ॐ सहना भवतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावतीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Namaste. Continuing this window and a mirror session. It is a very powerful subject. So we always experience the outside world. But now we have to understand there is one thing beyond from the outside world, there is an inside world. See, when you are, whatever you are looking at the window, that means outside, you are inside. That means you are able to experience the outside world. Okay, that is one. Now, that is not enough. There is something which is called as something inside world. There is a inside out. That means which comes from within. So we discussed about yesterday's class, saying that, okay, we have got five senses. I am able to see, I am able to hear, I am able to smell, I am able to taste, I am able to touch. So all the five senses, they are all they say Jnanendriya, that means the source of knowledge from outside. But whereas the inside world, so how can I really understand? That means I must have the mind and also the intellect and also the ego and the memory. So all these four things. So you have got five senses and four faculties which you are able to understand. So unless otherwise you are able to use all these faculties, that means you are not a complete person. So this is the purpose of this particular one. Now let me tell you only one thing. See, all of us know our date of birth, that is when we are born. But unfortunately, most of us don't know where we are born. It's the most important things to understand when you are born and why you are born. See, everybody knows when you are born, but we don't know why you are born. That is exactly will make you to understand about your inside world. Like, Mano, Buddhi, Ahankara, Chittam. Okay, now we have to understand. Okay, why? See, there are so many questions. One is who, what, where, when, and why. When you say why, that makes a powerful statement. If you are able to understand the why, the how is easy to be handled. When you say why, as I explained to you, all of us know when you are born. But unfortunately, we don't know why you are born. See, there must be a purpose. Okay, this is what we have to understand. This is what the inside world will be able to reveal about the purpose of a life. Now, whatever that we are doing, doesn't really matter what you are doing. Whether you are sweeping, cooking, or working, or the farming, whatever you do. So you have to ask the question why. See, this why reveals the purpose of your life also. See, now why I am doing it. See, I know what to do. I know when to do. I know everything. But I must understand why I am doing it. See, that makes all the difference in life. That determines the quality of your action. So it is what you call it, the why. For example, when you say why, there must be four answers. Whatever that you are going to do it doesn't really matter, but there must be four answers. One is the subject. So what do you mean by subject? It is not the mathematics, it is not the physics or a marketing or finance law. When you say the subject in this particular context, I, that means I. When you say capital I, so how do you define the I? Now, I am the only person I know when I was a boy, when I was an adult, when I was the husband, when I am an old person or whatever it is. I am the only person know about myself, not my parents, not my friends, not my anybody else. Just think. No, I am the only person I know about myself from the birth to the death. So all these sequences of all the experiences, I am the only person who I know about it, not everybody else. So the question is, a man who is continuing all the stages, that you call the subject. That means, see, I am the subject. Now, the person who is listening to me, see, for me, the whole world is an object. Now, the person who is listening to me, so he is the subject, but I become the object. So, you have to understand the difference between the subject and the object. So, let me explain to you properly, different way. See, I am the only person who know from the womb to the tomb. Right? Now the question is, all the other people may not know. They will come and go. But I am the only person who is keep on, going. So that means the I becomes the subject. The entire world becomes an object. So this must be completely understood. So the subject is permanent. And all the objects are all the impermanent. That is one. For example, when I am a subject, that means there is one thing I am able to experience lot of things. Okay, I am experiencing the sweets, I am also experiencing my body, I am experiencing the donkey, I am experiencing the buffalo, I am experiencing so many things in life. But I am only experiencing. Although I am experiencing a buffalo, I am not a buffalo. I am only experiencing. Then who am I? See, I am the experiencer. So I am the only experiencer. The experiencer only one, and all the experienced objects are only infinite. So we have to understand, so one is the ekam and the anekam. So what do you mean by ekam? I am the only person. There is no second thing. Okay, whereas all the experienced objects, they are all anekam. That means everything, totally infinite. This is what you call the subject. So when you say the subject, so I am the subject. I hope you understood the particular concept. If you don't understand, I think I will not be able to really proceed further also. So who is the subject now? You are the subject. Okay. Now for you, see, I am the sort of object. The entire world is the object. So that means every individual has got his own the subject. That is I, that's a big one. Then what do you call the object? What do you mean by the object? When the object is, when you say the object, there is a entire world is object, the universe. Now I cannot experience the object unless others have a subject entity. Okay, so you have to understand the difference between the subject and object. I am the only person, that is ekam, that is one and the only, that is the subject. The entire world, the entire universe is the object. Now, fine, I understand the subject and the object. Then there must be a relationship between the subject and the object. So what is the relations, subject and the object? So the whole idea is to find out what is the relationship between the subject and the object. Now, all of us, without exception, then we have to understand, then what is the relationship? Now what is the relationship? What is the relationship between me and all of you? See, as a chairman emeritus, okay, I am an subject, and all of you, all the internal customers, are the object. Now, what is the relationship between both of us? Right? That means there is a lot of, the relationship, positive and a very solid. Isn't it? Now, what is the relevance? So, why should I do it? Why? Because our vision statement says, share the wisdom and the wealth for all the people, including the internal customer. So, this is the relationship between me and the internal customers. And what is the relevance? Then we have to find out what is the benefit. So, what is the benefit for me? What is the benefit for you? And nobody does anything without any benefit. We always look for a kind of a benefit. Isn't it? So, this is what we have to understand all the four answers. One is I am the subject, object, relationship, and the benefit. Now, if you don't have four answers, that whatever that you are doing, see, that means it is doing a shoddy job. Now, if you are able to satisfy all these answers with whatever that you are doing, see, that means you will be able to enhance your qualitative action in whatever that you are doing also. Now, let me make you to understand only the particular one. For example, we had a session like what you call, the window and a mirror. Okay. Now, all of you are subjects. So, I am also the subject. See, for me, the entire world is object. See, for you and your subjects, the entire world is object. Now, what is the relationship between both of us? Isn't it? There is a lot of, the relevance and the relationship. And what is the benefit? Now, can we just have a quick go through about this particular one? See, all this, so many subjects which makes the organization. Right? The one thing that we have to understand also, okay, what is the purpose? The purpose, what we have to do it also, yes, now I am able to understand what is the window. See, I am able to experience the entire world through the window. When I say window, is a very figurative. It can be any kind of door or whatever it is. So it's a figurative subject, it's a window. So I am able to see the entire world through the window. Now, that's not enough. That's only a small part of the life. But the most of the important thing in life also, the inside world, which I have it. For that, I must go to the mirror. So what do you mean by the mirror? Now, the eye can see the entire world. Right? But the eye cannot see itself. So that means I have to look at the mirror. Now when I look at the mirror, I can only see the reflection of my eye. So the combination of the mirror and also the window makes a powerful statement to guide my life. Now, okay, we have got this knowledge about this window and the mirror. I know about the experience of the world, and I am also experiencing about world, Indian world. Now, what is the relevance for all of us in the SA group? Now, what is the purpose? What we are doing also? The purpose is to make sure that every individual must enhance their capacity to understand and also implement whatever that you want to do it. In other words, whatever you are able to do, the bottom line must be a qualitative action. So I hope you will be able to think and analyze and also to make sure that you are able to get the best benefit of this particular session, like a window and a mirror. It is a question. There's one more way of looking at the happiness. See, the bottom line for everybody is only the happiness. Now, when you look at only the outside world through a window, you will not have happiness all the time. You may have it, you may not have it, but not all the time. But if you are able to have an inside world, like your own inside world, like Mano, Buddhi, Ahankara, everything also. That means we are able to understand, yes, I have to have the happiness and happiness, but all comes and goes. But once I am able to understand this particular concept, yes, that means, so I am always be happy. Take care. I will see you the next class. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.